Following its bankruptcy in 2009, the new Chrysler, now known as Fiat Chrysler Automobiles or FCA, made the decision to increase its wagers on its venerable Jeep brand. Due to the growing popularity of SUVs, FCA developed the new Jeep Cherokee, a crossover based on a car. It has a choice of front or all-wheel drive and is powered by a 4 or V6-cylinder engine. The Cherokee stands out from the competition thanks to an optional 4-wheel drive system with a low range and locking rear differential. The V6 Cherokee can tow up to 4,500 pounds when using trailer tow group. But is a used SUV a good choice? And what issues have been reported? Let's investigate. And just before we start, please make sure you have subscribed to the channel. Common problems. The issue with an oil pressure sensor, which may result in the check engine light turning on with the trouble code P520, is addressed in FCA Bulletin 1834-14. The oil pressure sensor needs to be changed in order to solve the issue. If the part is no longer under warranty, it can be purchased online for $30 to $60. There have been reports of oil leaks from the oil filter housing cooler assembly. A 2.4 liters engine's failed or stuck thermostat is one of the potential causes of overheating, as well as the code P128. Although the part is not expensive, changing it requires a significant amount of labor. A damaged rocker arm in the 3.2 liters V6 engine could be the source of a ticking sound coming from the top of the engine. A bad rocker arm may only need to be replaced if the issue is discovered earlier. As a precaution, your mechanic might suggest changing all of the rocker arms. A damaged rocker arm may eventually score the camshaft, necessitating additional expense to replace both of them. The engine may misfire and display the P301 to P306 error codes due to a defective ignition coil. It's not very expensive to replace a single ignition coil, and it's a good idea to replace spark plugs as well if they're worn out. Sunroof rattle was mentioned by several owners. The solution to the rear seat rattle is covered in FCA Bulletin 2328-16. The 2.4 liters multi-air engine is reported to use oil between oil changes by several owners. Some owners claim that the engine can stall if the oil level is low, frequently when turning. Some owners claim that after failing the oil consumption test, the engine was replaced under warranty. This also means that it's a good idea to regularly check the oil level, and if it's getting low, to top it off or ask the dealer if the vehicle is still covered by warranty. Modern cars frequently experience oil consumption issues, and most lack an oil level warning light, necessitating manual oil level checks. For instructions, consult your owner's manual. In the 2014 to 2015 Cherokee, the Bulletin 3315 describes a lateral vibration during low-speed acceleration. The advisory advises checking both front drive shafts and, if necessary, replacing them with modernized components. On several forums, owners reported that some of the bugs in the Uconnect system software were resolved after an update. We also found a few reports that the dealership performed a hard reset by unplugging the battery for a short period of time, which resolved some electrical problems. On the NHTSA website, there are a lot of complaints about the Cherokee's transmission for models from 2014 and 2015. Transmission problems are another common topic in owner reviews. Chrysler addressed some of the issues with a number of software updates in the 2014 to 2015 Cherokee Recall S55. 2019 saw the release of Safety Recall V69 for the 2014 Jeep Cherokee that addresses transmission issues. According to one 2015 Cherokee owner, the transmission was hunting for the right gear and hesitating at times, but after the most recent reprogramming, it now shifts more smoothly. Although the situation has improved and there are fewer transmission complaints for the 2016 Cherokee, there are still reports of minor shifting issues. The Bulletin 2132-18 Rev was also discovered. Reprogramming the TCM in the 2016 Jeep Cherokee is mentioned as a solution to a number of transmission problems. Certain Jeep Cherokee models from 2014 to 2017 with 2-speed power transfer units were recalled by Chrysler in 2020. Engine and transmission. Based on a 2.4 liters motor from a previous generation, the 4-cylinder, 184 horsepower Tiger Shark Multi-Air has 2 advanced variable valve timing and lift system. The 24-valve DOHC 3.2 liters Pentastar is a compact V6 with 271 horsepower. It's a decent engine, but it's not without a few minor flaws. It has engine stop-start starting with the 2015 model year. The system has a stronger battery and a heavy-duty starter motor. When the brake pedal is released, the engine restarts after shutting off when coming to a stop. A button on the dashboard can be used to turn off the system. The lineup for 2019 now includes a 2.0-liter direct injection turbocharged inline 4-cylinder engine with 270 horsepower. The engine is known as the GME Hurricane. The German company ZF's 9-speed automatic transmission is the only one that is offered. Many Fiat Chrysler vehicles as well as some models of Honda, Acura, and Land Rover use this transmission. We can tell by looking at it that it is a complicated device. The automotive industry as a whole is aware that complexity increases the likelihood of problems. The good news is that there is no need to worry about a timing belt in the 2.0 liters turbo, 2.4 liters multi-air, or 3.2 liters V6 engines because they have timing chains instead. If the timing chain is functioning properly, there is no need to replace it. Mechanical. The Jeep Cherokee is constructed on a car-based platform with an aluminum subframe, control arms, and other parts. This ought to allay some rust issues that are prevalent in vehicles with steel subframes. On MacPherson struts, the front suspension is supported. A 4-link plus trailing arm suspension system makes up the independent rear suspension. There is an electronic parking brake mechanism on the back disc brakes. There is electric assistance with the steering. How does the Cherokee 4WD system work? Two components make up the Cherokee 4WD system in its entirety. The rear driveline module, which connects the power transfer unit to the transmission and rear differential assembly. These two parts are joined by the propeller shaft. The 4WD system comes in 3 different varieties. Drive Active 1 is a basic all-wheel drive system like the ones found in the majority of SUVs based on cars. The rear axle only engages when necessary. The front wheels are always powered. The system uses an electronically controlled clutch pack inside the rear differential to engage the rear axle. A basic mechanical power takeoff attached to the transmission is the PTU. Active Drive 2 is much more intricate and is built on some intriguing technology. It consists of a 2-speed rear drive module and a 2-speed power takeoff unit. A Sun gear arrangement is used to achieve the 2-speed mode. Both the PTU and RDM enter the low-range mode when low range is chosen. The Trailhawk comes with Active Drive Lock as standard. It is based on the Active Drive 2 components, with the addition of the neutral locking mode in both the PTU and the RDM. According to technical standards, the 2-speed PTU and RDM are a very clever way to provide a low range without incorporating a separate central transfer case, as is the case with the Jeep Wrangler and many other trucks. Both the PTU and RDM are quite expensive and are electronically controlled. Online retailers offer the Trailhawk OEM PTU for about $1,600 and the Trailhawk RDM for about $2,000 each. Overall, if you read Cherokee owner reviews, you'll notice an interesting trend. Many people give it a rating of 1 star or 5. Jeep Cherokee is a good example of the love it or hate it relationship. On the one hand, it's not the most dependable, but on the other hand, it has the appearance, comfort, and features that make it very appealing. A Jeep thing. Consumer Reports gave the 2016 to 2018 and 2020 Jeep Cherokee an average reliability rating as of June 2022. Other model years received a below-average rating. More complaints were made about the 2014 and 2015 models than the later years. The 2014 and 2015 models should probably be avoided due to the reported engine stalling issues. Consider having a mechanic who is not affiliated with FCA inspect your prospective used Jeep Cherokee.